So I'll begin it. About 6:30 a.m. this morning, we were contacted by the Boston Police Department. They were following up an investigation on a missing person. That investigation led to Providence, Rhode Island, and a potential person of interest. It led to this address, 95 Chestnut Street in Providence, with a description of an individual and a vehicle. Providence police detectives, along with Boston police detectives, began to follow up on that investigation, and as that evolved, we ended up following up on the investigation, and eventually, as you know, and as has been reported, a suspect is in custody in Delaware, and evidence of the crime is there in Delaware. We're following up with several agencies involved: the Boston Police Department, Providence Police Department, the local Rhode Island Attorney General's office, the United States Attorney General's office, and local offices of the FBI. All other further information will come from Delaware and from the United States Attorney General's office.
Can you tell us about what evidence, there were reports that you found some bleach in the dumpster that would indicate Mr. Coleman covered up a homicide or some sort of a...
At this point, I cannot. So I will tell you we conducted a search warrant of the apartment here inside 95 Chestnut, but I cannot talk about the details of what was uncovered in that search warrant. But as you know, the details of that are available through the court at a respective time.
Was the body recovered in Delaware? Was there a body in the vehicle?
You can get that from Delaware.
Do you anticipate this will be a federal crime?
Potentially. There's several. It's multi-agency, multi-jurisdictional. There's a possibility. We don't know right now whether it will be Boston, Providence, or a federal agency who eventually takes the case. But it very well could be Providence, could be Boston, it could be Delaware.
Chief, was there surveillance video here, sir?
We are treating it as a homicide investigation, correct?
Chief, without obviously going into the details that would mess up the case, is there evidence that in the apartment there on the 6th floor that makes you feel good going forward with probable cause?
Yes, and we can't speak to the evidence in there. Again, that'll all be contained in the search warrant and the return of the search warrant. But the case is just evolving quite clearly with the amount of media here. It's a complicated case, multi-jurisdictional and multi-agency in the investigation.
How helpful was the surveillance video? How helpful was the surveillance video? I know there's cameras outside the apartment.
Very helpful. These days, with every investigation we have, we rely heavily on video, surveillance video of commercial areas, private areas, home videos. Very helpful.
Was that shown how he came and went, and was she here? And because Boston police said his vehicle was seen in Providence this morning, and obviously he was taken into custody in Delaware.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about when and where we saw him on what cameras. Melanie?
Was Lewis known to you?
No.
Do you believe the victim was here in this building at some point?
We're not going to comment on that.
Do you know how long he had lived here on the 2nd?
Not quite sure on that.
Had anyone else come forward to say that they had had strange interactions with Lewis Coleman?
At this point, we haven't gotten that far in the investigation. As you can imagine, there's a lot of combing of the area for surveillance footage, for canvassing of other neighbors, of other businesses in the community, of other incidents we may have had here in Providence. All that takes place in the investigation, and it will play out. It'll be interesting.
And Chief, Miss Correa is deceased. You can confirm that? The young woman who was reported missing in Delaware? I'm sorry, out of Boston.
We have not confirmed a name of anyone who is deceased. We do have evidence of a body, but we have not confirmed who that is.
Any idea when he'll be extradited?
I'm sorry?
When he'll be extradited, Lewis?
We haven't charged anyone, so.
Okay.
Can you talk about the complexity of this case? Because you're talking about 3 states now, Delaware, obviously Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. So who takes precedence? In other words, the original kidnapping that he's facing charges happened out of Boston, but he was arrested down in Delaware. So can you explain?
Right, that's always complicated with multi-agency, and that's why we need to learn more about the case itself to find out where certain crimes were committed before we make a determination as to who carries the case. It is complicated.
The way the building is set up, is there a crash chute like it would go through
directly into a dumpster? I saw the crime tape around a lot of the dumpsters. Is there anything you can say about that?
Well, certainly we're looking at everything right now. I am not personally very familiar with this building, so we're looking at everything right now as far as evidence of the crime.
Do you know when Mr. Coleman was last here?
We do not,
Is
at this
there-
point.
Is there any reason to think he's connected to any other crimes? I mean, he was up in Boston. It's a kidnapping of a 23-year-old woman. Is that something?
At
that
this
you,
point, no. I mean, but we don't know. The answer is we don't know.
Because you don't know this guy. You don't.
That's
know
right.
what
We
he's been
just
up
don't
to.
know.
He's
There's
new.
not much more we can say, but what I have said at this point, we don't know. The investigation has pretty much just begun, and we'll learn a lot more by the next couple of days, and it'll bear some fruit.
We had heard that both the individual that apparently lived here and potentially the victim worked at Raytheon. Can you speak to any of
I
their
cannot
connections to
confirm that.
Rhode Island?
I cannot confirm
How
that.
old is he?
32.
Can you talk about just how quickly they're able to, from this morning, when they put this be on the lookout for this guy, to track him down to Delaware in the vehicle that they were looking for? So he's even on the move since the middle of the night?
I can't speak to how, but really good detective work all the way around. Really good coordination, communication between several agencies.
Where was he seen on surveillance in Providence this
There
morning?
is. We'll be on scene for a while here.
Where was he seen on surveillance in Providence this morning?
Right outside here, this area.
So he was last seen here this morning.
Last seen here on surveillance, I didn't mean to say today, but last seen in this area where he lives. So that's it for now. I mean, there's not much more we can say. There'll be more to come from the respective agencies. Right now, I think the ball is in Delaware's court. They have the evidence down there. I think they will release a little bit more. And then tomorrow, I'm sure that we'll have some follow-up, and we're always open to release that information as we can.
Is it your understanding he drove the Nissan from here to Delaware?
We're not going to release that right now.
But
You
Chief,
can't
you
talk-
did confirm that there was a body found in the car down there.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
And was there any indication in his apartment that there was a crime committed? Was there any blood? Was there anything unusual left behind? that
Not
you
going to
can
release
speak
that.
of?
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Attorney's office.